Hey guys, in this video we're really going to answer the question of whether the East Bay market is primed for buyers at this point in time. But before we get started with that, let's cover a couple administrative items. First of all, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, look around the screen. My number's going to pop up. Love the opportunity to talk with you. Number two, if you're somebody who stays updated regarding the real estate market, again, look around the screen. You'll see subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, and finally comment below. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you have any questions about this video. Now, again, as we said earlier, this video is really talking about whether the East Bay market is primed for buyers at this point in time. We're going to have a slide pop up behind me. If you've seen our videos before, you've seen this slide. Now, what this does is just covers annual numbers from 2017 to right now. Now, what we're looking at is year over year on August 9th. So this is August 9th, 2024, what the average price is and the median price compared to August 9th, 2017. So each year we're comparing it at the same date year over year to see what the market was at this point in time. So we get this fair comparison of the market. Now we're focused on 4 cities in this one, which is Central Contra Costa. So we're focused on Concord, Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek, and Martinez. Now those 4 cities are reflective of the entire Bay Area. So what the trends that you see in those 4 cities, you're going to see anywhere. And actually I said the Bay Area, but I meant the East Bay. So these trends that you see, you're going to see it anywhere in the East Bay. So if you see the market going up, you're going to see it going up in most East Bay cities. If you see it trending down, you're going to see it trending downward in most East Bay cities. Now obviously the actual number is going to vary a little bit, but take a look. So we're seeing an upward trend. So this is really sign to a strong market. We see that in 2024 we've got the second highest market we've had in history. So the market's doing really well. Let's go to the next slide here. Again, this is another slide that you've seen, I've done on many of these videos. And again, this is the average monthly price of homes, So here we really get to see year over year what the monthly price is doing and what that monthly average is. And again, it's in those 4 cities, Concord, Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek, and Martinez. Now, why the monthly becomes important is because we see some standard trends that happen throughout the year. We see some market variations that happen each year. We see in the second quarter prices tend to go up. In the fourth quarter's prices tend to fall off, and they tend to be low going into the beginning part of the year. Now this happened every single year except 2020, and that was the year we had the COVID lockdown. Now that COVID quarantine actually pushed the market back a little bit, and it pushed our buying season towards the end of the year. So when you look at 2020, you see the highest point in the year was actually towards the end of the year. In other years, it's that second quarter where you see the highest point. Now, if we continue on our annual trend that we see, we're going to anticipate towards the end of the year kind of lower prices going to the holidays and things. So that's what's important about this one. When we're looking at the monthly trend, we're trying to predict what's actually going to be happening throughout the year. Let's take a look at one other slide, and this again is going to give us an idea of what we can possibly expect for the next coming months of 2024. Again, the blue bars on this one is average price, and this is average price in the last 12 months. The orange line is inventory. Now, any economist out there thinks more inventory leads to higher prices. So higher inventory, lower prices. So that's higher supply, lower demand, and lower prices. Now, as inventory drops, we're going to have higher prices, and you can see that on this slide right here. If you look where the orange line is the highest, you see that prices are the lowest. Now, one of the things we want to look at that orange line we see is we're approaching August of 2024. In July 2024, we had some high prices. High inventory. Now, this is months of inventory. So when you see it's at about 3, that means there's availability of 3 months of inventory. And again, this is focused in those 4 cities I talked about earlier. So Concord, Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek, and Martinez. Now that higher inventory tells us we're probably going to see prices starting to drop down. Now, for buyers, this creates a great opportunity, guys, because if you start seeing higher inventory, lower prices, it tells you a couple things. Prices are lower and there's more choices for you out there. Now, as a seller, This does not mean that you're out in the market, you're going to not get the money that you want for your home, but it does mean that you really got to do all the things that you need to do to make sure that you make your house desirable and you create a lot of demand for your home. That means that you're probably going to have to stage your home. You're probably going to have to make sure it's cleaned up and so forth. You're probably going to have to make sure it looks its best. Now, there's some really basic things that you have to do. But one of the things is when you're getting your house ready, focus on return on investment. So despite the market inventory being up, prices looking like it's trending down right now and looking like it's shifting where it may be more advantages to our buyers out there, sellers, there's still some great opportunities for you. You just have to do all the right things. You got to price right. You got to get the home ready. And you're going to get top dollar for your home. Okay, don't worry about that. The homes that are most desirable and create the most demand will always sell great. Buyers, a great time for you to jump out there, because not all sellers are going to do everything they need to make sure that their home's selling for top dollar and creating as much demand for their home. So what's going to happen is there's going to be some opportunities for you out there. The other thing we want to look at is with this next slide here is we want to take a look at interest rates. Now, this is great. We see prices going down, inventory going up, which is an indication the prices will probably go down. But here we've got also, if you look at this slide, we've got interest rates going down. This is the national average for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Just gives us an idea what rates are doing and the way they're trending. And we see it trending downwards. Rates dropped all the way down this week to 6.47. So that's the lowest we've seen in probably about 4 to 6 months. So that's really important. There's a couple things that does. Number one, buyers, it gives you much more affordability. It brings your rates down. Now, sellers, this is also a good thing for you, because what ends up happening now, more buyers are going to qualify. More buyers are going to qualify for a higher amount. And this may tend to pull more buyers into the market. Consequently, those buyers may come in, buy homes, and if they start buying up the homes and pulling that inventory down, remember, inventory goes down, prices will go up. So it may be a good thing if we've got more buyers coming into the market for you to sellers, okay? And let's go to one last slide here. Now, what we do with this slide is we're comparing Central Contra Costa County to the overall East Bay. The overall East Bay is both Contra Costa County and Alameda County. Now, Central Contra Costa, again, we're talking those 4 cities I mentioned earlier. Now, one of the things we want to look at this on the upper part, again, that's a smaller piece where we're talking Central Contra Costa. Lower is the overall East Bay. Now, if you look at the red, you see that the red is the same in the top and the bottom, with exception of one spot. Is if you look, I think it's the it's the 4th column over, actually the 5th column over, and from the year there, and you see when we start talking, actually the 4th column, you see it's a number of homes sold. In Central Contra Costa, the number of homes sold is actually down about 2%, but in the overall East Bay, it is up 2%. So that's the difference. But you see everything else, as we compare, it's just about the same. One thing that's also interesting is if you look at the number of homes being listed. Now, in the earlier part of this year, we saw that the number of homes being listed was 17, 18, 19, to up to about 25% more than it was last year. And that was really kind of driving the inventory up. And right now, it's just about 7% over what it was last year. So we're listing about 9 to 7% more homes than we did last year. So that's keeping inventory under control. Again, guys, any questions or so about the information I just gave you, look below, comment, let us know if you have any questions down there. Also, looking to buy or sell a home, love the opportunity to talk with you. Look around the screen, my number will pop up there somewhere. And finally, if you're somebody who stays updated regarding the real estate market, look around the screen, subscribe buttons there, subscribe to our channel. Again, guys, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Reach out to us with any questions. Okay, thanks now. Appreciate you guys watching.